Hey everyone, today I'm here with Ben Einersen, who is a rising senior at UIC and the president of MLA. To start off, tell people more about yourself.
All right, so ever since I was a little kid, everyone knows the story who knows me. About 4 years old, I said, I'm going to be a CEO one day. I'm going to be Bill Gates one day.
Uh-huh.
And it's always been my driving passion in life. However, I took a different path than most because I was homeschooled, which I think is good for people coming into college to realize that a lot of you guys feel different. And I was right there with you. Like, I'd never been in a classroom before.
Okay. So what are some of the lessons that you've learned at UIC thus far?
So I think the biggest one, honestly, has been leverage.
Mm-hmm.
Because we come out here and we see, I can do this and I can do this and there's this and this and that. And
Yeah.
we go and we do them. And we get really tired. And then we
Mhm.
realize, I could have done this. And it would have done all these things for me and saved me so much time. I could be doing other things.
Uh-huh. Okay. Very good point. What do you want to accomplish at UIC before you graduate? Because that's coming sooner. That's next year.
Yeah, that is coming up very soon. It always comes faster than you think. At UIC in specific, you mentioned that I'm the newly elected president of MLA, which is Management Leadership Association. It's a pre-professional and philanthropic organization. And I really want to bring my executive skills to bear, being an entrepreneur, having started a financial company that's doing well.
Yeah.
I really think I can lead this organization. I can increase membership. I want to increase funding a lot. I want to increase opportunities for all the great people in it who have also dedicated their time to the organization like I have. I want them to get everything they can out of it.
That's awesome how you want to give back so much. I mean, this is going to benefit people a lot,
Most
right?
definitely.
Yeah, so how do you plan on accomplishing these goals? I mean, they're pretty tough.
Yeah, so I think with any goals, you need to start at the right place. And I like to do something called SMART goal setting. It's an acronym.
Uh-huh.
SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound.
Yeah.
Once you set a SMART goal, I think that resourcefulness and perseverance and diligence are some really good traits to have. You're going to come to a roadblock. You're going to come to a hard time. The question is, are you going to stop and say, "Oh, I can't do it. I give up," or are you going to go, around the roadblock? The stream flows around the boulder, down the mountain, and that's how you got to be with your goals, and that's how you got to be in business in general. Someone else has already achieved what you want to achieve. Like, I can do it.
Yeah.
So can you.
No, that's absolutely right. I mean, I agree 100% because when people want to do something, it's kind of like, all right, I want to do it, but when they fail, what happens usually? Like, do people give up?
Unfortunately, they do a lot of the time, and it's sad. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. So what are some of the challenges that you've had to overcome thus far, and how did you conquer those challenges?
Right. So I think maybe the biggest challenge for me was that I was not always, confident, assured, assertive like I am today. I actually was a really insecure kid, and coming up homeschooled, like I mentioned, I did really well in the ACT. I did really well on pre-college tests, standardized testing, and everything. I got accepted to some really good schools, but in my head, I was like, I'm going to suck. I've never been in a classroom before. I'm going to get there. I'm going to suck. I'm going to drop out. I'm going to fail. My parents are going to be so disappointed in me. And that really weighed down on me. I was socially awkward. I didn't know how to make friends. I couldn't just say like, "Hey, I'm Ben. Nice to meet you, Thomas."
Yeah.
And overcoming those skills, confidence is a thing a lot of people struggle with, and that's a real thing. It's not easy to gain confidence, but it's really worth it because every one of us is a really special person, is a really unique individual. And I think that overcoming that challenge was the biggest thing that helped me in my life.
Great point, Ben. Before we end this, do you have any final advice that you would like to give?
It's always difficult, to choose one thing for a final advice, but I think that, the quote of former President Ronald Reagan said, "Trust but verify." And the first thing is believe in yourself, because a lot of us don't believe in ourselves. Guys, 100% believe in yourself. Trust yourself, but verify. Talk to your friends, talk to your parents, talk to your mentors, teachers, someone you look up to, because just because you trust yourself and you trust the method you have, the ideas you have, doesn't mean someone else may have something better. Someone else may know an even better way to do it than you do. You got to stay humble. Always believe in yourself. Always verify. Maybe you can do it even better.
That's excellent advice, Ben. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Absolutely. Thank you, Thomas.
All right.